You know, it's the second. We actually started at 3:45. I didn't think I was going to start at that time. I thought I was going to start earlier. But that is divine. Okay? And it's November. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi, Aquarius. Last but not least, I'm here with your November 2025 reading. Spraying the sage. Let us pray. Baby, this ponytail can last a good 3 to 4 hours. After that, my scalp has had enough, okay? I'm about to take it down now. Yeah, I'm about to. I don't want to go another hour. Ooh. Okay, let's pray first. God, Divine Source, Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, universe, thank you for assisting me in guiding Aquarius placements on their November 2025 reading. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to them on what to expect as this energy unfolds. God, please bless each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me whenever they are guided to do so. Allow us all to be divinely guided, divinely led. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Thank you for divine insight. Thank you for divine foresight. Thank you for divine protection. Gratitude, Ashe. Okay, hold on. Let me take this ponytail down. Hold on. Yes, Lord. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Feels so much better. So much better. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So before we get into the cards, Aquarius, the energy for you, it feels like in November, there's been a certain, it feels like stillness, but it's more so connected to peace, that you have been envisioning for yourself for quite some time, that you are actually starting to align with physically. It feels like energetically you've been doing the work to align with it, but physically you're starting to see your life reflect that energy. Hold on. I'm sorry. I apologize. Put this in a knot. Okay. Here we go. What else? There was a song, I'm trying to think of the song. That's why I'm paused. I didn't look it up on my phone. I can't recall the song. But what I will say, outside of the energy of you aligning with whatever you've been envisioning for yourself, I do feel like I see the word miracles, but miracles happen in many different forms. You know, a job can, you know, someone getting a job could be a representation of a miracle. A bill paid unexpectedly can be a representation of a miracle. It comes in a multitude of forms. For others, it could be, you know, an actual something bigger. Could be a home. I feel like it feels like it's bigger, but I feel like what I'm speaking on to some people, it's like, you know, these are necessities to some, but it goes to show you like everyone has a different life experience. But there is, we do need to go back to November 2024, which we will do in a second. When it comes to just outside of the energy of stillness and peace, I do feel like there's still productivity that's tied into that as well. And with the energy of productivity, it's kind of like, doing it when you're ready, but it's getting done at the same time. So the pressure you may have applied to yourself previously, you're no longer applying that pressure to yourself. There's a shift. Yeah, it's just feeling like a shift. Let's go back to November 2024. Also, there is a message for some of you. This is for a very small percentage, okay? Let me see what this reading was, and then I'll state that message. Hold on. The fuck am I doing? All right, playlist, Aquarius, November 2024. So the title of November 2024 is Your Ancestors Will Finish Them. And today is the Day of the Dead. So perfect segue into the message for the very small percentage. Some of you, I don't know your personal belief system. I don't know what life has been for you specifically, but on this Day of the Dead, there's a message from your ancestors to not curse God, okay? I don't know in what form or fashion you're doing this. I don't have access to specifics, but it's like that is the main fucking message. Honey, I was peeing and I got that message. And it's something that, I mean, I feel like if you tune into me, you would be connected to a higher power, but don't curse God is the message, okay? Baby, I don't know what's happening with my hair at the moment. That knot started to fucking get on my nerves too. I keep hearing You Should Have Known Better by Monica. I'm missing something though. I don't know. Let's see. Aquarius, November 2025. But with that, okay, so with what I just said, as far as that small percentage message from the ancestors and the song You Should Have Known Better, because the lyrics, you should have known that I would stay by your side. You should have known, well, she says your girl was going to ride or die, and it don't matter if you're rich or poor. Basically, it don't matter. She will be present. You know what's interesting, though? Just to take that message literally, because I do believe when Monica wrote that album, she was with C Murder. She's not with C Murder right now. I think that's, or was it him or was it Silk? I can't fucking remember. One of them, but she's not dealing with them right now. So, but it's not a literal, it's more so spiritual, okay? All right, let's move on. Let's get a card for your theme. But I do feel like you're very happy, content. Beautiful. So first card you got, Spirit. I had to pause. It's the first time I've seen this card. All right, so Spirit Guardian of Spring activation, number 36. But it looks like a Christmas tree. Hi, Forrest. Okay, but it's in reverse. And this is Guardian of Spring. So with Christmas tree is connected to winter solstice. And with it being the opposite of spring would be winter, the opposite of autumn. I'm sorry, the opposite of spring would be autumn, the opposite of summer would be winter, and vice versa. But the second card that you got, number 8, butterfly spirit transformation. So there is a cycle that is shifting, 36, 9, and then you have 8. 89, 98, those years could be significant, or the dates of the month really doesn't matter. But there is, if you don't watch Leo's readings, you should watch Leo's readings. It's your opposite. And I always advise the signs to watch their opposite. I really think, I mean, there's a message in every sign for you, but definitely watch your opposite outside of your main placements, because your opposite is your shadow. Now, it's interesting. So in this butterfly spirit transformation, you know, we often relate butterflies to cocoons, but she's in a, I think it's called a clamshell. And I don't know what clamshells represent, so we're about to look it up. Peace and prosperity to you. Happy harvest season. Okay, hold on. Clamshell. Spirit. Meaning. So spiritually, clamshells symbolize protection, hidden potential, and transformation. And you literally, butterfly spirit transformation. Much like a pearl hidden inside, they are also associated with inner wisdom, grounding energies during rituals, and a connection to Earth's energy. The shell's bivalve structure can represent balance and harmony, while its hard exterior and soft interior reflect the need for both resilience and sensitivity. But the hard shell represents safe boundaries and protection against negativity, resilience, and determined mindset. So I do feel like that was the other thing. Thank you. We started at 3:45. That was the original timestamp, but I had changed it to 3:20. And when I changed it to 3:20, I was called to look up when the astrological new year begins in 2026. And depending on the calendar and the position of the sun, it can start, like I think it started on the 19th this year. It can start on the 20th or the 21st of March. So for 2026, according to the Eastern time zone. Let me see if it's still up. If it's not still up, I'll just quote you from memory. No, it's not still up. But the sun shifts on 3:20. So I do feel like this energy of transformation, it is playing out until spring. But there is an initiation that is happening for you in this 11th month for sure. There's a balance and a duality that is taking place, going back to what we just read regarding the hard exterior, soft interior. And on the bottom, you have your opposite energy, but with your number. So you have fire spirit energy with number 17, you. So it feels like you as a person, you're aligning with Age of Aquarius energy, as it should be for you. Okay, I like where this is going. But before I get into the tarot to get more insight on this, with this fire spirit energy, you see how the lightning is coming down behind her, but the fire is in the palm of her hands. And then underneath the fire spirit energy, you have earth spirits, earth spirit stability, and then unicorn purity. So I do feel like there is a phase of life that you are transitioning into, again going back to something you've envisioned for yourself, actually experiencing that, actually living that, but also knowing when to exert your power and also knowing when to reserve your power as well. You're definitely utilizing your power wisely. And I split the deck to you, Aquarius energy and 3 of Wands. So there is forward movement, new insights, new visions, new desires for yourself, new dreams for yourself. All right. Queen of Swords, first card. The way I just did the cards like that, you could be building something with your hands or putting something together with your hands, like furniture, cribs. I don't know. I see a crib specifically. You're very vibrant in your air energy with this Queen of Swords. Very determined as well, very focused. If you haven't been determined and focused, you will become determined and focused before the month ends. You're also being redirected at this time. This energy is flowing much differently for you than it did for Leo. Anywho. But it's interesting. Leo's, who did I share it for? Hold on. Let me backtrack just a little bit. Maybe you need to backtrack just a little bit. Okay, sorry. Leo, September 2025, how to relight your inner fire, but your inner fire literally is being relit with this fire spirit. But it was I reshared it for Virgo. So with this Queen of Swords and me resharing it for Virgo, and Virgo can be, you know, very determined, very meticulous, very precise. You are that way, or becoming that way. Yeah, the Fool, your energy. It's different than calling judgment, though. Like the determination, baby. I can tell the closer that we get to Mercury actually being in retrograde every fucking season that this shit happens. Okay, by the way that I talk. But yeah, very, very determined is what I was saying, though, as a standout energy for you. In addition to the Queen of Swords, you have Page of Pentacles, new journey, new beginning. You know, the divine loves how you're able to balance between student-teacher energy, because the Queen of Swords will be a representation of the teacher and the Page of Pentacles will be a representation of the student. But there's a balance there, and if there hasn't been, there is. It's interesting, I have to keep iterating the opposite. So I feel like I'm speaking on those that have already chosen this energy with the Sun, your opposite, and those that are moving towards choosing this energy. It's not a personal, beloved. But God bless you. You have Five of Swords in reverse and then Six of Pentacles. So also there is this Six of Pentacles is a representation of this earth spirit renewal, but it's more so the earth giving back to you. So my stomach is growling. So the universe pouring back into you. But I feel like you've given a lot of your energy for free. And that's not something that I speak on, because I honestly feel like when you have a calling to be just a light in the world, I'll say that. When you have a calling to just be a light in the world, okay? And that could be as simple as, you know, you still fucking hold the door open for people. You still say please and thank you. You take into consideration how your actions may affect others. Like, good person qualities. And it could be, we could elevate it, you know, the Six of Pentacles, it could be a representation of Yeshua energy, Jesus energy, you know, just doing without the expectation of receiving in return. Just be a better fucking human, you know. But I do feel like, you know, there hasn't been with the Six of Pentacles a rest. I do feel like you've been in this energy of giving and giving without the expectation of return, which is why this transformation is taking place, and this fire spirit energy of renewal is happening within, and the earth is pouring back into you. And this is a stretched out process. Yeah, it's giving like what's the car it takes, what's the car that takes 6 months to be made? Is it the Bentley? I don't know, but whatever car takes 6 months to be made, it's like whatever experience you're walking into, it's just as precious and valuable as that. It's not, it's definitely, you're not moving or walking into a weak foundation. It's very stable, no matter the storms or the lightning that hits. It's very, very stable, very, very firm, very, very celebratory type of energy. And mental conflict is being removed as well, or moving away from you. Okay, okay. Anything else? I don't even know what I want to eat. I'm just hungry. Aquarius. Definitely watch Virgo. I almost called you Virgo, but Aquarius. You have the Ace of Wands, the Devil in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Hold on. Okay. You've been working very hard towards something. Also very hard, like towards something, and you've been actively working to release something, to change something. A lot of you have learned the value of silence as well. Yeah, Justice, Queen of Swords. If not the value of silence itself, the value of moving in silence, or you're learning the value of moving in silence. Feels like you're, with this Ace of Wands, it's giving like shaking a lot of trees. And when trees are shaken, like when the wind blows through the trees and the wind is heavy, the leaves can fall. But it's giving fertility. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. You're very creative throughout this month. Definitely take advantage of that. Now, this Devil in reverse. I do feel like the Devil in reverse is a reflection of, you know, what needs to be let go. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. You've been going back and forth with a decision. Here, should I stay? Should I go? I don't know. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. It's like being very, very practical, you know. Practical in the sense like thinking, you know, it's like I want the grass to be greener on the other side, but what if I do that and it's not greener? Am I doing a disservice to myself? Do I need to put more work and effort into something? Have I put in enough work and effort into something? Like that type of energy. But with this Ace of Wands and the way this thumb is, it's giving like you have a thumbs up. But to what though? Let's see. Oh, I didn't even see the Ace of Pentacles. We'll take it out. Some of you, I don't know, I'm seeing sign language. Seven of Wands. Okay, clarify the thumbs up for me one more time. Oh, okay, the Knight of Cups in reverse. So the Seven of Wands is saying, yes, you have put in enough work. Knight of Cups is saying, empty the cup. Hermit, there's a new journey awaiting. The new journey, Ace of Cups. Okay? That was to the point. We'll pull one more spread and then we'll move on. Aquarius. Can you clarify, why is it so hard for me to say this? Spirit Guardian of Spring activation. Woo! Activation in reverse. Feels like you and Leo are both in the energy of completing a cycle. Very interesting. So you have, very interesting, clarifying Spirit Guardian Spring activation. Again, I do feel like for a lot of you, this energy is playing out between now and spring. The White Swan is significant. Look into that meaning. But you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which will represent self-sufficiency. You know, it's like that energy of, I can die alone. I don't give a fuck. The spider is your spirit animal at this time. Specifically, it's the tarantula. I think that's the tarantula that I see. I'm not about to look that shit up on my phone. So, if it'll psych me out. But yeah. Anywho, so Nine of Pentacles, yeah, it will represent self-sufficiency. If it was upright, you know, maintaining your own success, having your own legacy, your name only on everything. But Ten of Pentacles is shared legacy. And Nine is solo energy. You got the Hermit, Nine, solo energy, solo journey. And then the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is all the fixed signs, a new damn cycle of life, okay? Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. And, shit, you're Aquarius. Your opposite is Leo. We're in Scorpio season. We have a Taurus full moon approaching. So, some of you, you may want... Because it's like giving the wands of family and legacy. But it's like every season you say, this is my season. But every season it ends up not being your season. Or it's like, you know, what's the saying? The decoy before the desire. Thinking you've met the desire, but it's a decoy. I don't know. But on the bottom you have Magician. Yeah, and then underneath the Magician you have the Lovers in reverse. So right now, so again, spring is fertility. You're very fertile at this time. But it's like you, for a lot of you, you may want connection, love, you know, somebody to go fucking hiking with you and shit. And you could have friends, shit, you could not. You could have really been isolated, and honey, it's like Spirit has blocked you from the outside world for a reason. You're like, okay, I'm ready for outside interaction. I hear this, I want to connect to the social circle. Ten of Pentacles, but with the Lovers and the Magician being upright, right now is not the time for that. Right now you're in the energy of the Magician and solo. But by the time we get to spring, activation will be upright. Then you can have the Ten of Pentacles and get out of the Nine of Pentacles. But I feel like a lot of you are trying to rush out of the Nine of Pentacles energy, rush out of the solo journey, and it's not meant to be rushed, okay? You are very powerful at this time, and it cannot be tainted. That potency is not allowed to be tainted. Hold on. I think I'm going to make that your title, your potency. And this is through friends and or lovers, okay? And if you are connected and you got some tension, temperatures rising, but more so an tensions rising type of energy, there is an elevation happening, and there could be no distractions. And this could happen around the Taurus full moon, because that's a Gotti lyric, and he's a Taurus. He said, I need no distractions. Just send me 5 attachments. Anywho, that's not important. But what the fuck did I just say? I'm gonna have to wind it back. Let me just put the timestamp, because I can't even quote myself verbatim right now. Okay, now let's move on. I'm gonna keep with the tarot though for now. DJ, turn me up, crank it to the max. I got lots of dollars. Okay. The Fool, Aquarius. Is that Roscoe Dash? Maybe you should listen to that song. If you need some motivation, listen to All the Way Turned Up, okay? Yeah. It'll help shift your vibration for sure. All right, Aquarius, November. What's that about? The fuck is this? On this good Sunday. Okay. Let me just keep pulling before I speak, all right? I don't like how this started though, but I do like where it's going, but we're gonna keep it vague for now. Aquarius, November. All right, people don't make great decisions when it comes to you, and or you don't make great decisions when it comes to people. This is in love and friendships. You don't. Where you go wrong is you don't read the shadow in the initiation phase of new connections, which is why I hear fallout happens. The word fallout is like bolded in my mind right now. Yeah. You can read the shadow. Leo assists you in that as the sun. You are the star too. So you shine light in the sky when it's fucking dark. So with yourself and with Leo, that's double power. But start doing that, and it's like you're able to weed them out much more quickly. Yeah. But let me just read what we have. So you started with justice in reverse. I don't like that. I don't know why my hands are on my hips. You have judgment in reverse. I don't like that. But then you have the 10 of Swords in reverse. I do like that. You have the 8 of Pentacles upright still. Love that. But then you have the 3 of Cups sideways. Don't like that. You have strength in reverse. Strength in reverse, it could go to you as the opposite. It could also go to what's the 7? Cancer, Chariot. You have the 4 of Wands. It came out of the deck in reverse, but it is one right on the table, on the desk. So we'll leave it upright and honor it. Now, when it comes to work, you make great decisions. Great decisions. Connections, not so much so, but I do feel like that's changing for you. It's like you're discovering the problem for yourself as well, in a sense. But why is justice and judgment in reverse though? Hold on. Majors clarifying majors, but still in reverse. You have the Seven of Cups sideways, but with the Moon in reverse. It is your energy, though. Now, it's interesting. So, outside of what we just stated with judgment calls and not reading the shadow, 2011 as well, that year could be significant. 2011, oh shit, let me put this on a charger. 2011, I moved to Texas for 6 months. 2011, my apartment got robbed. That's what caused me to move to Texas, actually. I got a check. And I was in a relationship at the time. And the person I was in a relationship with was like, let's go to Texas. And I was like, okay. And I just completely uprooted. I did not think things through. That's why this shit lasted 6 months. But also why it lasted 6 months is because it wasn't something that I wanted to do. I did that because my partner at that time wanted it. And I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted my partner. But it was a bad judgment call. So I don't know. But how that can, you know, help or connect to you. But the Lovers is here as well, upright. So, yeah. But no, that could be a thing. You're realizing that you make decisions based on, you know, what your family want, your partners want, your friends want. And you have not been making decisions based on what it is that you want. And I feel like that energy has put you in isolation with this Eight of Pentacles. And then when it comes to Three of Cups, it gives me like being very, what's the word? It's not like, it's like when it comes to connections, you definitely have a distance that you keep. Yeah, and that's the best way to put it. Now with Strength in reverse, baby, you're tired of fighting for something. You're just tired of fighting. But with the Four of Wands, there is a change coming in regards to your connections. I do feel like you are starting to clarify what it is that you want, like what it is you want your tribe to consist of, what it is you want your partner to consist of, whether you're connected or not, and moving accordingly. Yeah. Anything else? Ace of Wands. Seven of Wands in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Hanged Man in reverse. So that's the message, but with these cards coming out as well. Before we get to the Knight, it's the Page. Before we get to, so the Page, it's no beginning. Viewing things from a childlike perspective. But with this representing Pentacles, it's giving, being able to create financial stability for yourself, or if you have taken a loss, being able to rebuild that. Slowly but surely, you're starting to see growth. Now, with the Hanged Man being in reverse, this would be taking action, but it also goes back to justice, ensuring the heart is as light as a feather. And with the Seven of Wands in reverse, it will go back to the Six of Wands being in the energy of victory. Victory is mine. That's what I hear. But definitely being to the point, Ace of Wands on the body, you don't have to, you're moving, if you've been in the energy of having to prove yourself, you're moving out of proving yourself and just being. And you just being is proving yourself, if that makes sense. You have openness upright. If you've been very, I guess it would be rigid, you're becoming very soft. I feel like I said that for another sign too, but I don't know. Inner peace. Yeah, that stillness, that inner peace. But it fell on top of openness. Yeah. Freedom in reverse. I feel like you're being asked to be open to connection. It's like distrusting everybody type shit. Enlightenment. Definitely watch Leo. Leo had enlightenment as a theme. Blessings in reverse. Is that a fact? I keep hearing the word C-U-R-S-E-D. Okay, I'm not going to allow my tongue to speak it, but I will spell it. So on the bottom, you have purification. Now, this is what I'm going to say in regards to that word I spelled out. Some of you are very aware of your family history or becoming aware of your family history. And as you are becoming aware or are in the know of whichever side of the sword you're on, you're very clear. I'm seeing the Queen of Swords in my mind's eye, but very clear on how do I say this? How the domino effect has affected, you know, the lineages based on decisions that were made, as well as what needs to be done in order to shift that energy. Okay, for instance, to tell you something without telling you something. So my grandfather told me something about my family versus another family and what happened, okay? I'm not going to give you any details. But when he told me, as soon as he told me, my response to him was, I'll take care of it. Funny. And then his response to me was, well, how are you going to do that? I was like, don't worry about it. I got it. And I'm thinking about that scenario. Yeah. So, and then on the bottom, you have purification. So if it's not the word that I spelled out, it could be you just reflecting on how you see how your lineage is operating till this day, and you know, thinking about things 50 years from now, 100 years from now, and not being displeased with the outcome based on how current realities are, and then figuring out again what needs to change, what needs to be purified in order to get, I hear the bloodline on a better trajectory. Fuck, I was trying to say trajectory, but I think the word is trajectory. Yeah, but it's like you're able to project something, and I feel like you can project continuance or you can project a brand new experience. You hold that power. Yeah. And I'm getting this literally with these cards. Openness upright with inner peace on top of it, sideways. Freedom in reverse is feeling chained, trapped, stuck. And it's kind of like, you know, honey, it's some bad juju lingering somewhere, yeah, type shit. If it's not that, it's just that energy could also represent secrets, okay? Because secrets can kill people. I will say it that way. But with blessings being in reverse and then followed by success upright, you are definitely purifying and doing something different. But whatever is required of you, it is partially solo, with solitude being sideways, and the other part, I hear, in order to finish it. Hold on. And then your ancestors, hold on, what was November 2024? Did I say your ancestors will finish them? Is that what I said? Hold on. Oh my goodness, I don't remember, but I want to remember. Yeah, November 2024, Aquarius, your ancestors will finish them. So, but I feel, I don't fucking know. Hold on. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Give me a second. This person, because it feels like it's a person. Today's the Day of the Dead, but someone else, another sign, had like an angel showing up in human form. And I feel like that sign, you and that sign, could have involvement in this. Hold on. And then we'll move on. God damn, these titles are long. The emoji will tell me. Hold on. I think, did I do it on Halloween? It was Taurus. All is well. Was it Taurus? Hold on. All is well. It says all is well. It's not your fight. So you need to know when to, Seven of Wands in reverse. I hear the word recede. Hold on. Yeah, to recede means to move back or go away from a previous position. Yeah, you need to recede. So you are learning when to recede to your ancestors. Okay, now it's connecting. I hope it makes sense, okay? Okay, and yeah, you can do it, but you need some help from the other side. And that's the thing. You're not doing it with help from the other side, but that's the other half. In order to get this cycle to be a 180 instead of a 360. There we go. There we go. Period. All right. Thank you. How long we been here? Okay. See, and there's the stillness energy that we spoke of, but it's peaceful. All right. What else do you have for Aquarius for November? Happiness. Very intuitive change. That was stuck in my wrist. Was I supposed to look up something? I don't know. So happiness upright. Trust landed in reverse. It was stuck in my wrist up. Yeah, you don't want to trust something. It's like you don't want to. You may not trust. I don't think it's like you're not trusting your ancestors, but it's very difficult for you to relinquish control, okay? Because it's like, is the job going to get done how I want it to be done? But honestly, babe, they can do a better job. We're speaking on spiritual terms and not human terms at this time. But happiness, trust, new beginnings in reverse, and change upright. So there is a change happening, but it does feel like it's between now and spring. It could happen in any of these months is what I'm getting between now and March of 2026. Feels like you're very anxious though. Why are you anxious? Are you growing impatient? Is that what it is? Inner peace in reverse. Wonders in reverse. So I do believe that for you, I said, you know, you think this is your season, but it's not, ends up not working out, that energy. Because inner peace has two, I think these are catfish. So yeah, it's like, damn. I've been using this deck for like 4 years. I've never focused on the catfish portion. I always focus on Piscean energy with the 2 fish. But yeah. Catfish energy with wonders and it's not funny. It's not funny. You could watch that show. Isn't that a show, Catfish? I don't watch it, but I think it is. But it's like catfish by experiences in life. Like Texas, honey. Texas for me was supposed to be a new beginning. Honey, I was fighting in Texas. When I tell you my relationship went to fucking shit in Texas, it was an intense 6 months, honey. I need to look at my astrocartography for that location that I was in. I'm gonna do that later on. Anywho, but yeah, you have new beginnings in reverse. So maybe I wasn't laughing in 2011. I really was not fucking laughing then, but I can laugh now. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. You shall overcome. I have overcame. Let me be a testament to that truth for you. But yeah, happiness, trust, but I had to make a different decision. I don't know why I feel the need to tell you my business right now, but I'm gonna just flow with it. So, hold on, let me check. Keep flowing. The Magician, we're gonna keep flowing. So that was a person that I was always back and forth with too, okay? Yeah, always back and forth with when it comes off and on relationship type of energy. And then I remember we had a conversation. I feel like I've told this story before on YouTube a minute ago, but we had a conversation after like not being in communication for a couple of years, and that conversation was about reconnection. And I had done, baby, I was just so proud because I had been doing my shadow work and things. And in doing my shadow work in regards to that connection, I realized like we were deeply connected based on our parental wounds. Like we both had parent trauma and we bonded off of that. Like our off and on connection lived off of that. And I said like, no, that was me for the first time ever. Okay, after doing some fucking shadow work, saying no, rejecting a connection with that person. And I was just so, I had never saw the fucking day. But the way the universe aligned that was divine, and I needed that. Like I truly needed that moment, that conversation, in order to truly free myself of that situation and to ensure that I affirmed in the physical, because I was already clarified in the spiritual, but affirmed in the physical that I was done. It was done. I haven't heard from that person since, but I have seen their family since. And I'm happy that I am an overall positive memory. I will say that. That makes me proud. But it was a toxic fucking experience. It really was. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful. It taught me so fucking much. I learned so much about myself. And I really grew up in that connection too. So, yeah. But it's one of the connections I grew up in. I've had multiple growths. But if you are on some shit like that with friends, family, a romantic partner, you are worthy of happiness and trust, Aquarius. And that change can come towards you if you wanted to. And going back to that Queen of Swords, you're going to clarify and solidify. But you can't have literally you cannot have the new beginning or the inner peace or the experience of a wonder of the world, 7 great wonders, until you choose that for yourself. Okay? Okay. Anything else? All right, let's move on. Aquarius. Can't believe it's about to be dark outside. It's so early. I'm gonna go to bed early. Aquarius, November 2025. What the fuck is an East Coast trench coat? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Why did I don't, okay, I guess it's not ready to pull yet, but Aquarius, November 2025. Okay. The universe is your partner. New beginnings. I love it. 3141. 10. So you have 11, deep quiet, meditation and stillness. Literally, that's very beginning energy. The stillness feels like peace. Heart, home, compassion. You could be at home, not outside in November, not outside if you have been outside. Or also November, this is 11/27. That's Thanksgiving. Interesting. Here's somebody's not coming home. Reconciliations in reverse. Adaptability. Holidays. Changing. I don't know why this is a theme. So you could be at home in the quiet for the holiday. If you celebrate or if you don't. I don't know. But you're at home. If people are expecting you to show up or if you're expecting someone to show up, I'm not seeing that happen. I hear unless it's by the grace of God. I don't know. Feels like you're having to adapt to different circumstances this season. Yeah, diving into a task. Followed up. Adaptability, diving into a task. But reconciliations in reverse is just giving either you don't want to connect with someone or someone could be in your home that you no longer want there. You just want peace and quiet. I don't know. Or you could be inviting someone into your home and where there has been peace and quiet, maybe you got to adapt to new energy. I don't know what this is. Or this could be happening this winter. Someone may have to move in. Yeah, falling angel. Someone needs to rebuild and someone needs your help. Obstacles, preparations come to fruition. But as I say that, my eyes are drawn to reconciliations in reverse. It's given, don't save them. Well, the song is Don't Save Her, but don't save them. The storm is coming. You can see it outside. Because if you help, let me tell you, hold on, no, dead ass, listen. If you are, your theme for November is stillness in a form of peace, okay? Baby, everything is still flowing. The wheel of fortune is still turning, but it's peaceful. But someone else does not have that. If they do have it, something is changing. I hear circumstances are changing. Keep hearing R. Kelly, temperatures rising, but not in the meaning of the song. But literally, this fucking tree is on fire. But reconciliations, your spirit team is saying no. But if you choose to help, reconciliations upright would be help, and reverse is saying no. If you choose to adapt, okay, and take on this task, gestation period, winter's dream. I hear Kylie. Yo, but it's like if you choose to do that, honey, things will freeze up for you where they have been flowing, and you will have to rebuild in an area that is not required for you to rebuild. You will take a loss. So it's like you can protect yourself from the obstacles. And this preparations comes to fruition. I'm getting, you're being told now, okay? Okay. But I keep hearing her from the song. Yeah, caterpillar opportunity. I feel like people want to share your opportunities, but didn't do shit. They did have the fucking a piece of the fucking work to share an opportunity. Yeah, covenant, sacred contract upright. Okay, what else? Curiosity in reverse. I hear temptation by Destiny's Child. Someone's watching. But why? So opportunity upright, preparations come to fruition, contract. So some of you could be initiating something new this month, but whatever is coming in, it's bringing peace, an easier lifestyle is what I'm getting. Feels like you're about to stop searching. If you're looking for a home, you're about to fucking find it. If you've been trying to move, you're about to fucking move. I don't know. The story is going all over the fucking place, okay? But then I do see refusal of the call with the fates in reverse. Why is that like that? Obstacles again. Where are we? Okay. Surrender. This is not the time to be in the this is not the time to be in a push and pull with the divine, okay? Your peace depends on it. It's like if you don't feel like literally if you feel like you want to say no, it is a no. If you have no hesitation with saying yes, it's a yes. Do not go back and forth. Do not do the push and pull. Okay? Trust yourself. Yeah, I even fucking see this shit. Confidence in your magic. Trust yourself. Okay? The number 10 is heavy. 37 is 10. 55 is 10. 44. Okay? Both step forward. The courage to step into life. I just feel like you're about to start saying no to people where you would say yes, but you're definitely about to be saying hell yeah to yourself, okay? Like Drake said, hell yeah fucking right, okay? Is it raining? I need to go to the trash can. I need to take my trash out. I can walk in the rain, it's okay. Yeah, I'll walk in the rain on this Day of the Dead. All right, maybe it's one of the benefits of having locks, okay? Eye of the Needle, your energy, 17, intentionality. It is raining though, so there's a cleansing. Opportunity again. Stay focused on what you want. Don't get distracted by anything external. Don't allow anything external to distract you. So yes, people are losing jobs, but people are currently hiring as well. You know, there's always opportunity where a door closes. You have so going back to the woo! All right, let me have some compassion with, because baby, the deck fell. What's on the bottom is compassion. But yeah, and I'm not intending to be to lack compassion. However, I'm saying no matter where it seems like the light is dying out, hope still thrives. Hope still exists. Okay. Damn, they're all over the place. What else was I gonna say in regards to that? Oh, but going back to the very beginning where you're envisioning something for yourself and you're coming into that energy. Stay focused on that despite what's happening in the external world. Don't allow conversations, opinions, whatever other people have going on to be projected onto your opportunities, your intentions, your reality, your peace, your tranquility. Okay? there are some disruptions that are not meant for everyone. And not to say people are deserving of what they're going through. No, it's fucked up out here, okay? And honestly, half the shit that we participate in regards to consumerism should have no fucking price, in my damn opinion. I just want to say, before the fucking Christopher Columbus shit, we had peace, okay? As an indigenous soul in person, it was not like this before that fucking shit, okay? But that's neither here nor there, all right? Every time I talk about that shit, it pisses me the fuck off, okay, on behalf of my ancestors. But anywho, moving on. The authentic self. That's my authentic truth. Oh, yeah, that's the truth. Moving on. Anything else for? I got all the cards. Aquarius from this deck. No, but if you haven't been curious, if you've been in the energy of it's not expectation, but if life has been mundane, get curious. There are sparks. If you have had a lack of spark, you know, you're about to be re-sparked, but don't ignore it. Follow it. Flow with it. Yeah. All right, let's deck. You know, every time it rains, the birds, they love to eat in the rain. I've noticed that. All right. And then they be soaking wet, and it's just so fucking cute. Okay. Intricacies in the industry, business, work. Archangel Gabriel. Movement is coming. If there hasn't been movements, business work, the movement is coming. Yeah, the treasure upright. Some of you, you've been trying to get promoted. It may have been taking some time, but it's coming. And then today is the second, and you have winged messengers. The ancestors, and we're just talking about the birds. The chess game is on the bottom. Anything else? God damn. You have the scribe upright, number 12. And you're the 12th sign for November. Okay. December 22nd is here. And then you have the journey. I feel like between December and March, December of 2025 to March 2026, you're going to see a lot of impactful changes. Yeah, Hilarion and the Master Artisan in reverse. There's a lot of spiritual activity increasing between those months too. I don't know. But what I say, December through March, what's that? 1, 2, 3? Interesting. I have a lot of ancestral presence, a lot of spiritual presence, a lot of angelic energy around you at this time. A lot of you are building something, or you're definitely working on something, building something, or you got some thoughts in the works with the scribe and this treasure. If you haven't been journaling, definitely get back into journaling this month. There's a need to always journal the journey. That's very loud. You have 22 and 77 here. You have 22, 77, and 33, and 88. So a lot of doubles, a lot of mastery, a lot of ascension, a lot of change. Yeah, as mentioned. You also have 1, 2, 3 here with the scribe and Archangel Gabriel. I can't remember what his name means. Hold on. Oh shit, I looked up and my birthday was on the timer. Hold on. The only reason why I can't remember is because I haven't written it. When I write it, I remember. So yeah, you need to get into writing, okay? Scripting helps my memory. Okay, Gabriel. Gabriel's name means God is my strength. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. But that strength is also a representation of that ancestral presence. And going back to, you know, you do need your ancestors to finish a cycle. I'm going to reshare the November 2024 reading for you to watch at your own leisure. But you have a legacy to fulfill. Final card for Aquarius, and then I'm out of here. Healing. Winter is going to be very transformative. I love you. God bless you. I will see y'all Tuesday.